Assalamu alaikum, my YouTube family. How are you? Hope you are fit and fine. Today, with a new day, a new video. Today, we are going to discuss the myths or the misconceptions regarding English language journey, and we are going to destroy, eradicate all those myths and misconceptions regarding English language learning so that you can learn English language learning in a most effective, appropriate and suitable manner. So let's get into the video. This is Gul Knowledge Hub. If you are a newcomer here, then make sure you like, share and subscribe the channel and hit that bell icon because it motivates me to make more videos to help you. So first of all, we have to discuss what are the myths and misconceptions, dear audience. What are the myths? Myths are the stories transferred from one generation to another, and these are based on myths. These are based on stories and there is no reality in them. These are called myths. And misconceptions are the doubts about anything about which we are not clear, that those are called misconceptions. English language learning is full of these kinds of myths and misconceptions. There are a lot of misconceptions surrounding English language, and we have to eradicate and we have to remove all these misconceptions and myths so that you can be in a faster mode to learn this language in a easiest way. Remember, dear audience, learning a language is not an easy one. This is a reality. But you know that anything worthwhile or anything fruitful which you do in your life is not easy. But it doesn't mean that it is impossible. It is possible. And it can be possible with your motivation, with your enjoyment. If these two pieces of puzzle are in place, you can achieve the target of learning this language in a most appropriate manner, because these are the key of learning any language. If you are interested, if you are motivated, if you are determined, if you are consistent, then you can learn this language in an effective way. So before any further ado, let's get into the video and see and watch and analyze what are those misconceptions and what are those myths which we have to eradicate from our learning process. The very first mistake, the very first misconception which arises in the arena of English language learning is that English language is boring. Yes, this is the biggest myth. This is the biggest misconception, that English language is a boring subject. Why it is boring? Acha, let me tell me something. Tell me something. Do you like sports, TV shows, series, movies, songs, cartoons, having socialization with other people? If your answer is yes with any of these options, then build your knowledge, then build your language learning around this. You should enjoy the vlogs in English. You should, if you like cooking, you should watch cooking in English. If you like movies, watch movies in English. If you like cartoons, watch cartoons in English. And in this way, your language or your English language learning will not be boring. It will be interesting. It will be an enjoyable process for you. So the number one misconception, English language is boring. No, it is not boring. Tell me one thing. Tell me one thing, only, dear audience, one thing. Why do you watch a match with your favorite team while having commentary in English? Because you like a team which is participating in that event. It means that if the event is of your choice, you enjoy the English commentary. It means that English language learning can be turned into enjoyable process, can be turned into interesting one if you are interested in that. So build your knowledge. So start your knowledge with the area in which you are interested, whether it is cooking, whether it is vlogging, whether it is socialization with other persons, whether it is watching a movie, whether it is watching podcasts, sociologies, scientists, scientific things, anything in which you are interested, then it will be not a boring task. The next myth or misconception is that you need a large number of vocabulary. Only then you will be proficient in English language. Otherwise, you will not be proficient in English language, and you can't speak English language. This is the biggest myth. Dear audience, there are over 1 million words in English language, and a native speaker knows only 10,000 to 20,000 words. And these words can be learned by non-native speaker. So, a large number of vocabulary is not the guarantee, but if you speak in a fluent way without being stuck, without this fact that words don't come into mind, if you are fluent, if you can talk in a fluent manner without hesitation, without any kind of fear, with confidence, it means that your limited vocabulary can be a tremendous achievement for you to make you a confident public speaker. So vocabulary doesn't matter. Another misconception or the myth is that if you are an old person, you can't learn English language. You can't learn English language. It is reality that children can absorb and soak information, but an old adage is that you can't teach an old oak new tricks. But this is wrong proverb, because an old man with his experience, with his knowledge, with his innate information about his native language can utilize all these things in the new language and can be more proficient. So language is not a barrier, language is not a restriction in this area. Another misconception is that, ma'am, if I am not good in studies, then I can't learn this language. I can't be proficient, I can't be an effective public speaker. So let me tell you one thing, that there is no guarantee that if you are not good in studies, you can't be good in English language. There are thousands of people who are illiterate, but they speak English in a most effective way. Next misconception is that, ma'am, I am from Hindi and Urdu medium. I am a villager. I don't have the resources. I don't have family background. I don't have the big family background or resources or money to learn this language. How can I be proficient? These are all lame excuses, dear audience. I say you, these are all lame excuses, because I belong to Urdu medium school. I didn't go to an English medium school, and in spite of that, look at my words, look at my proficiency, look at my fluency, look at my confidence. I can speak in front of anyone. So being a Urdu medium or Hindi medium or being a native school doesn't affect your fluency, doesn't affect your English language learning. It is only your excuses. Number two, I am a villager. If you are living in any corner of the world today, if you have a mobile phone and an internet, then you are not living in a village or a city. You are belonging to a global village. You are a part of a global village. You are a part of a world where you can communicate with all the persons in the society without any kind of restrictions, without any kind of barriers. How can you say that, ma'am, I can't, I am a villager? No, now you are no more a villager. You are a part of global society with this mobile, with this internet. So stop saying that I am a villager. I don't have resources. I don't have a good family background. I can't hire English teacher. I can't hire, or I can't enjoy, or I can't join the conversational groups, discussing partners. How can I be fluent in English? These are all the misconceptions surrounding English language. And another big misconception is that if you are not living an English community, you can't be proficient, you can't be fluent in English language. This is only a misconception. This is only a myth. Let me tell you one thing. There are thousands of YouTubers who are running English channels. They are not native speakers. They are non-native speakers. So this is the guarantee that if you have passion, if you have determination, if you want to communicate with the rest of the world, if you want to travel around the world, if you want to have a job in an international company, or if you want to be a part of a global community, then English language learning is not a barrier for you, dear audience. These are all misconceptions. There are thousands of other misconceptions that, ma'am, can a person can a person, if I have a good qualification but I am not good in English? Tell me one thing, that if you have studied a lot of things and you have been succeeded, you have been successful, and how can you say that you can't be successful in English language learning? Keep one thing in your mind, that these are all misconceptions, these are all lame excuses, these are all doubts, these are all myths not based on reality. These are the only false thinking of yours, that these are the barriers and we can't get out of these barriers. How can we achieve our target? Listen, dear audience. If you are motivated, and another misconception is that English language learning takes a long time, but you can achieve this target if you are motivated, if you are determined, if you are passionate, then you can achieve this target. The only thing which matters is your motivation. If you have motivation, you can conquer this arena, and English language learning cannot be a difficult task for you. So the gist of this video, if you like this video, please thumb up this video most, because I have discussed almost all the misconceptions and the myths which surround English language learning. But you remember that if you put two pieces of puzzles like motivation and enjoyment in proper place, this language learning will be an enjoyable process for you, and you will enjoy the process, you will learn a lot, you will be an effective English speaker, and one day you will be a motivational speaker in English, and there will be no force to drag you behind your journey of English language learning. Be determined, be steadfast, be persistent, and be motivated, and having an enjoyable journey before. Enjoy the ride, don't overrate it. Till the next video, stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.